Guys, Dilly Laguna, this one's long been overdue. Now, if we really have bidded for Kylian and Mbappe, whatever you call him, no offense to the guy, whatever, if we have bidded for him and we see some rumors saying it's true, some saying it's false, Wenger saying it is and then it's not, whatever it is, if we have money to spend on that, then we've got money to spend on Ousmane Dembele. I know it's not all black and white, but let's just talk about it nonetheless. The guy's great, man. He's destined for the big boys. He's destined for the Barca's, the Madrids. He's going to have the pick of the clubs. He's 20 years of age, just recently turned 20. There's a lot to love about the guy, man. He's extremely bold-footed. His sense of his balance, his bravado. He doesn't care if you've been playing football for 15 plus years. He will embarrass you. You saw against England, quick turn of direction, the way he changes direction effortlessly, changes feet, he uses both feet. It's hard to see which foot he actually uses. I'd actually say it's left footed, but he's both footed, very both footed, man. He reminds me of Santi in that. Of course, I got gas Santi there, but yeah, like nutmegs. He reminds me of he's playing in a cage, just nutmegs and step overs at will. He's an exciting player that gets people off their seats. There's not many of them. He's an intelligent footballer. I like when he drifts inside to be a midfielder, to receive it off midfielders, fellow midfielders, to receive it off centre backs, to dictate play with his passing and stuff like that. I do believe at times his final ball can improve. Yes, when it pops off, it does well, but there's also incidences where he probably hangs on to the ball too long and it doesn't. So his final ball is somewhat inconsistent. And that's me being harsh because I think the guy is amazing. Tactically intelligent, like I've said. If you look at when he played Real Madrid, he changed his role. He somewhat stayed very disciplined, coming off the left, going in midfield to make it compact. Whether the manager told him to do that or he done it at his own accord, it still shows intelligence to follow that through and actually do that. Like I said, he's direct. He can take people on. He loves to embarrass players. I mean, it's amazing. If I am harsh, I'd say he does need to change up to in a bit because there are games when it does work. He's very quick. We know this. He'll constantly go down the wing and try and beat you. A more expensive, what? A more experienced defender. That's the I'm talking about the real old school Italians. They'll realize, okay, this guy wants to take me on down the wing constantly. I'm not as quick as him, and he will skill me up. Let me drop off a couple yards, get my left winger to back me up and make it 2 versus 1. If it's 2 versus 1, let the left winger just has to follow him, just get in his way, and then you do the rest. Now, that in regards to that as well, he can change up his game a bit. Come inside and skill people up. Go outside and skill people up. Give it early. Don't give it at all. Switch it up. It's about keeping your man guessing. That's why a lot of footballers that are average are actually very good, and footballers that have all the ability in the world are crap because they don't think. You've got to think whether it's on the left wing, whether it's in the on the right, whether it's in the middle. The guy's amazing. Long term, I think he ends up in the middle. He's got too much to offer to just be out wide. Yes, I do love to see him burn people with his pace and take people on and embarrass them. Sometimes I think this guy is harsh, man. I mean, these people got kids, these people got family, and you're going to embarrass them like that for their grandkids to see that in years to come. He's amazing, and it's a shock that we missed out on this guy, man, and he's in France. How much did Dortmund get for him? Pay for him, like 10, 13 million? Ridiculous, man, ridiculous. Ridiculous. And it was he got from France. What are we doing? Like, oh, that sounded French, but these lot, there's Mbappe that we didn't get, there's Dembele, but we come back with Sanogo and players like this. What are we doing in France? What we were known for. We won the World Cup. If you go back to '98 and things like that, France, Arsenal, you get where I'm going with that. Those of you old enough to remember that. But yeah, the guy is a great player. He has appreciation for his teammates. I mean, this year 16, 17, 10 goals, double figures. That's what you want from someone from your wingers on a bad day. Much less someone that's 20 and not the finished product. 21 assists. Are you mad? Do you know how great that is? I swear he scored against Munich as well. Excellent footballer. I like Emre Moore. People always debate about him and Emre Moore a lot towards before the start of the season. This guy is levels above Emre Moore. Does everything quicker than Emre Moore. More likely to make the right decision, and is impacting the game more. The year before that, 12 goals. Come on, man. Overall, 78 appearances in his professional career, 22 goals, 26 assists. And this is me saying that he can improve his final ball, and he could improve it. He could improve his finishing because there's chances England should have put it away. There's been chances in the Champions League. Like you've seen me say this about Mbappe, should have put it away. Yeah, you're 20, you can get away with it now. But when you're 26 and you miss that, there's something seriously wrong. And if you're going to be the player I think you're going to be, he's amazing, man. Like, I really love this footballer, man. Like, if money was no object, this is someone I would go for, man. This is the guy we need at Arsenal. I think he can actually long-term play in the midfield. He's intelligent enough to play centre mid. I want him as a 10. I like what he does, man. I like personally, I would love to give him the freedom in the midfield to do your skills, to do your passing, and I'd let my more defensive or more tactically minded, not saying he's not, but more tactically minded midfielders dictate possession to a degree. Stay rigid defensively and stay switched on tactically. Let him roam. Give him the license to, if you want to stay on the left wing, you stay there. On the right, you stay on the right. You do your things for me. I could use him on the right as well. I like the way he rips guys, man. Like, do you know how many times I say to you guys, and you all heard it, direct. Arsenal need direct. This is what he is. He's not the finished product, of course, so there's a lot to go. But this just shows someone with amazing potential, and you're seeing the likes of Madrid interested, Barcelona interested. He won't be at Dortmund longer if that's true. Like, Dortmund will make a nice, pretty little earn, a little profit, but this guy won't be there long if he keeps putting in performances and doing things like this. Because as we're seeing Madrid slightly, they're still into this Galacticos, but they're starting to go over certain young players, and they're going after Kylian Mbappe and Mbappe and things like that. This guy should be right up your street, especially if he goes to the World Cup. The same goes for Barcelona. They arguably need young players, need young blood, need players of that stature. Yes, there's MSN, but he could fit behind them. Imagine that. If I was Barcelona, if I was a Barcelona fan and money was no object and it was black and white, Dembele and Verratti. And obviously need some other signings, but them two, woof, woof. Guys, man, I'm waffling, man. I could be talking about this guy all day, but he's someone I got a lot of time for, and I felt I needed to make a video because I don't know, I don't know if you guys thought I rated him or not, but yeah, I'm out, man. Ousmane Dembele. I think you're destined for Barca and Madrid and that. But if you ever want to come to the Emirates, I mean, holla the Laguna, innit? I'm signing out, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Get in the comments. Would he be a good fit? Would you take him? In general, not just Arsenal fans. Would you take him for United? Do you think he's a good player? Do you think he's overrated? What do you think, guys? I'm out.